Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode. My name is Benson. First of all, before we start, I just want to thank you. This is episode 4. I just want to thank you for the love that you have shown me. The previous episode with Ndibuti did some great numbers that I was not anticipating, and I just want to say I'm thankful. And for all the 100 subscribers, I just want to say thank you. 100 is a very powerful number. It means every time when I post, I'm communicating with 100 people. I don't take that lightly. I just want to say thank you. And then if you have joined us today because of this amazing man, please go and click that subscribe button and the like. Algorithm like stuff like that, you know? Let's get into it. Before today we have Penuel, the Black Pen. I always get mad when people say Penuel the God because I'm a hip hop fan, man. I like it when it rhymes. Penuel the Black Pen. Before we get started, man, I just wanna ask you this. From your previous interviews, I've picked out that you are a big hip hop fan. So let's start here. New York or Brooklyn when it comes to hip hop?
So New York. No, let me start by greeting Benson. I just want to say thank you very much for inviting me. I can see that you're related to Khalima Mutlante, so Stella Matenda, when you can get us tenders.
I wish.
And speak about hip hop, you know, your name is obviously similar to my brother's name. It's just obviously you switched the B for a P. My brother's name is Benson. So I think to what you're saying, yeah, no, there's an alignment with the universe. 100 subscribers. We all started there. I'm very excited that you started on this journey to document your story, to have interesting conversations. And I look forward to you hitting 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. But we all start here, and this is quite exciting for me to be a part of. And I look forward to watching your growth. New York versus Brooklyn. By New York, you mean the city?
Yes,
because I know
yes,
Brooklyn is like the township. It's
the
like the
west side
township
and
of
the
New
east
York.
side.
A lot of people don't know New York is like Joburg. Brooklyn is like Soweto. So do you rep Joburg or do you rep Soweto? I think without a shadow of a doubt, it's Brooklyn all the way. Brooklyn has
My
got the
brother.
harder niggas, the niggas that keep it 100. So yeah, I don't even think it's a conversation for me.
Oh, great, great. I'm more of a hip hop raised me, man. Similars and similes, man. So I never really like this gangster thing because the storytelling was never my thing. I like the puns. I like all those nice things in hip hop.
Sure.
I invited you here because I wanted to talk about the creative economy, where people are now moving into online to make money, and then we see people shifting. They are going from not necessarily shifting, living what they are doing. They are documenting what they are doing in their own private spaces and putting it online. If you are a doctor, you can go out and talk to people about things in the medical field. If you are an accountant, you can talk about numbers, but we're all doing it in the online space. So I just wanted to talk to you about that today. So
sure.
Tell me, why did you see the need to start documenting everything, that the educational videos that you are doing?
Do you have time? Because I can speak for long. You know me.
Go ahead. I actually like it when people just go and talk and I listen.
No, solid. So, Mina Benson, I've enjoyed, since our school, I enjoyed the language of English. I think it's another reason why I liked hip hop. Hip hop was a great educational space for the English language. Similes, puns, what you say, metaphors. I used to write a lot of essays at school. When I got to grade 9, I started keeping a diary. Very girly thing to do, very gay thing to do, but I started keeping a diary and documenting some of my life at the time. I kept a diary all the way until university, all the way until second year. And then from second year, I stopped keeping a diary and I started writing books. I've got 13 books that I've written today. From those 13 books, so I think the natural progression from hard copy books was to go PDF online. So that's where I started. And then Kanye West, for many people that don't know, is a visual artist. Can draw, he can paint. He's really fucking good. And he actually used to go to an art school, in a school for the gifted. He said the reason he left art for music was because you couldn't turn the art loud enough. And I realized, even with the writing, it only goes so far. A lot of people are not literate. A lot of people are too lazy to sit down and read a book, but people can listen and people can watch. So if you and I were writing a collaborative book, as an example, I don't know how many people would read it. But for example, you've got 100 subscribers already, which means 100 people are willing to listen to you have conversations. Obviously, on my platforms, I've got a couple thousands, maybe a couple tens of thousands, people that are willing to listen and watch. So I realized that there's a bigger reach online. My mother's been in teaching since I was a kid. My dad was a soccer coach, and he also mentored a lot of young boys at Kasi. So I think education and teaching has always been in my blood. It's just a matter of what are you teaching. And because I'm an inquisitive, curious child, I've read a lot of books, watched a lot of videos, met a lot of really cool people. And because of that, I felt a need to be like, I think I want to share this with the world. Obviously, I started off in a diary. And then from the diary, I went to writing books. My books went to e-format. And now I'm doing online conversations, education. And where possible, I obviously do speaking engagements and I counsel some people as well. But this was a natural progression of, back in the day, the loudest guy would be heard the most. And then people invented the megaphone. So the guy with the megaphone would be the guy heard the most. The internet and social media has become the biggest megaphone for everyone. If you want to reach the world, if you want to reach millions of people watching you and listening to you, this is the easiest way to do it. So online is the reason, or at least the whole aspect of going big scale, large scale, is the reason why I ended up with online.
Okay, that's very interesting, man. So in January, because I first became aware of you of the video that you made. You know, the video that went viral, the Rob Hersoff video. I just
Oh,
watched a
snap.
very sizzling interview with Rob Hersoff. That's the interview that I came to be aware of you. And I started from there, I was like, geez, this guy speaks a lot of sense, man. I started searching you on social media and it was very hard to find you. But then you posted this year that you wanted to shift and then post more online content. Why did you decide to post more online content this year?
Sure. You know that Rob Hersoff video is the reason why Rob and I are friends today. Rob Hersoff is not online. He doesn't have social media accounts, but all his friends and his business partners do. So they saw that same video and they were like, Rob, you need to meet this guy. This guy is amazing. This guy, whatever nonsense that they said. So I ended up having a meeting with Rob Hersoff. I've met with him a few times. I've flown down to Cape Town, invited me to a gala dinner to meet some of his friends. We've shot an interview on the Penuel show. I think you're the first to know that that's the show that's coming out next week, Monday. On the Penuel show, it's going to be a conversation with me and Rob Hersoff. And I think that was one of the reasons. Another one of the reasons is when you look at Trevor Noah, you look at Joe Rogan, you look at what the internet has done, not just social media, but even platforms like Netflix. People watch DSTV on the internet. People watch Showmax on the internet. And I was like, you know what? If I want to reach people out there, and if I have an ability to affect human beings on the ground, I think this is the platform I need to do. Because I could go around speaking on different stages, but it's going to take me a long time. And a lot of kids are no longer watching TV. A lot of kids don't listen to the radio, but almost every kid has got a cell phone in their hands. And wherever they go, whether there's a library or it's a school or it's a mall, they're always looking for free Wi-Fi. And when they jump on free Wi-Fi, where do they go? They go on Twitter, they go on TikTok, they go on YouTube. And I realized if I'm trying to impact and influence and change the world, I need to go where the people are. And the people are on their cell phones and the people are on social media. So that's where I need to go and make enough noise so that these people can hear who Penuel is and who Penuel the Black Pen is all about.
Okay, man. When you moved, when people were already following you online, your subscription was on 6,000 this year, right? January.
Is that on YouTube?
Yes, and it jumped
Yes,
from
yes, you do good research.
you jumped from 6,000 to 30,000, man. That's like 370%, 70% increase in such a
Please, are
short
you a
period.
mathematician?
It was very interesting for me to see the growth.
Yeah.
Since you decided to put the work behind in on your channel, man. Very commendable. Yeah. What did you do right, man?
What did I do right? I like the fact that you started your video by saying that people must like and subscribe because the algorithms like that. YouTube and a couple of the other social media platforms work on algorithms. And it's a nice word that we throw around now, but people don't really know what that means. An algorithm is a program, or it's a coding that's embedded within a platform, which decides what's right, what's not right, which decides who should get attention and who shouldn't, which tag words should come up, which tag words shouldn't, etc., etc. So the reason I've grown is because of algorithms. But what fed the algorithms to grow my subscriber base? Number one was the type of content I was making. So if you think I speak about interesting things, talk about the South African economy, which politicians maybe you should consider voting for, maybe discussing some gossip, you know, those are things that kids want to hear. It's like I'm going to a big taxi rank and I put up a board about things that people want to know. I want to know about money. We're poor. So I want to know about money. I want to know about politics. The second important thing with YouTube is consistency. And I decided last year, December, that I'm going to try and post as regularly as possible. Every few days, maybe once a week. And now I'm actually posting every single day. And the algorithms like that. Algorithms are like dogs that you need to keep feeding. So if you're consistent with your content, they're like, no, this guy is a regular here. He's loyal to us. So we must be loyal to him. And we must tell people, hey, guys, this guy is always here every single day. The next thing is what I call brand relatability or brand leverage. While I was making my content, I was contacted by DJ Smooth. He invited me on the Hustlers Corner. He had about 40,000 subscribers then, so he already had a big platform. And it's DJ Smooth. He's a big star. He's got over 1 million followers on Facebook, over 1 million followers on Twitter, over 1 million followers on Instagram. So as soon as I started doing work with DJ Smooth, you can imagine when people follow Smooth, they see that I'm with him. Who is this guy? I want to find out what does he, oh, he's got some good points. Who is this guy? And then when you go on YouTube and you start researching Penuel, obviously then my page comes up. So that helped boost me a lot. But again, when Smooth brought me on, we also decided we're going to be consistent. Because that 40,000 then, and the platform now, the Hustlers Corner, is probably on 120,000 subscribers now. So from when I joined to now, 4, 8, 12, what's that? 200, 300%, 200%, 4, 8, 200%, I think, growth. I used to work in risk as well in banking at Absa and at Standard Bank.
Is it?
Yeah. So that helped. Again, content, bringing on certain interviews. I added an interview of one of my mentors, Kulufelo Maponya from the Maponya family. That did well for me. Recently, I obviously interviewed Rob Harrisov again. I interviewed Gayton McKenzie. So that's been very important. Last month, my interview with Podcast and Chill with Mac G and Saul came out. Podcast and Chill is the biggest podcast on the continent, over 700,000 subscribers. My video, I think, is currently on 440,000 views, but you can imagine how many of the chillers, they were like, damn, who the hell is this guy? Some had seen me maybe on the virtual Nkuku or to DJ Smooth. Some had never heard of me. And then they were like, we want to find who this guy is. So they went to my channel and they started boosting that as well. The next step that's going to come for people that are going to be watching this, focus on the quality of your videos. I'm still making videos with my phone, but I know that's not smart. If you can get a good quality phone, if you can get a camera that shoots in good quality, make good quality videos, because again, the algorithms will make sure that your content is seen. Algorithms don't like poor quality videos. They like high quality videos. That's why on my new channel, The Penuel Show, it's grown. We're over 11,000 subscribers in a month. Number one, it's because of the
Crazy.
brand leverage. I've built a brand for myself somewhere, but also the quality we're shooting in is 4K, which is almost the highest quality you can get at that level, you know. And again, consistency, the type of people that I'm bringing on, and the fact that I've been working this year. So it's just been rolling on. And the algorithms are like, we like this guy. Let's tell everyone about this guy because this guy gets viewers here. And then once the viewers are here, then YouTube can sell ads. And then if they're selling ads, the companies are making money. And they're like, Penuel helps us to bring people here so we can sell ads so that companies can make money. And it's really as simple as that.
Jeez, man. I really want to commend DJ Spoo for what he did, man, because obviously, like I said, I found out about you because of that video that you made, but then there was no enough content for me to keep on watching, you know, because I wanted more after that video. And then I was so amazed when I saw you on DJ Spoo because I only saw you when you came back for the second time. You went to DJ Spoo and people started calling you to come back for more. So one thing that I want to talk about is all the platforms that you are on. Your platform, the Penuel Show, and DJ Spoo. It's you there. It's their personality-based platform. For them to keep on going, they need Penuel to be there. When you're not feeling well, that means you can't post, you know? So how do you find rest in doing all of this in between? You know?
I'm a bad example because I believe in hard work very much. You know, in my belief system called Penuelism Principles, one of my principles and chapters is on hard work. I love hard work. I've been inspired by the Japanese who don't believe in retiring. They believe in working until you die. I'm inspired by some of the spaza shop owners in South Africa who work 16 hours a day. Whether you're chasing after money or you're chasing after lifestyle, I think all of us need to love work. Work means you're adding value and you're doing something special. So I want to work every single day, to be honest, as much as possible. Where I can, I shoot more than one piece of content daily. There's a lot of content that myself and Spoo have shot that hasn't come out yet. There's some episodes I've shot of the Penuel Show that haven't come out yet. There's some old content I shot with one of my partners that I work with on the Penuel Show, which hasn't come out yet. So I've got a lot of content sitting. You know, that's because I love hard work. To what you're saying about what happens when you're not around, when you're not feeling well, I think this is the better advice. Once you've built a platform like Spoo's built the Hustlers Corner, you have to try and invest in other talent and other personalities. The people that own the SABC, the people that own MultiChoice, DSTV, they're not on TV. They found people to work there. DJ Spoo's obviously found me. So as time goes on, even if he's not available, I can shoot content and we can still get views and hopefully make a little bit of money. As time goes on, I need to now go and find other talented kids out there and put them on and partner with them so that, let's say, for example, DJ Spoo owns 10 podcasts and he only shows his face on one. The other 9 are run by other people. Maybe I run one of them. Over time, I'll own this one, and then maybe I'll have my own 10 podcasts. And I'll only show my face on one, but then put other kids on the others so that we build this amazing network, almost like setting up record labels. DJ Spoo sets up TS Records, and then he hires maybe Uzahara. Uzahara becomes a big deal, and she sets up Zahara Records, and then she finds me as talent, and then I get signed to Zahara Records, and then I build my own record label, Penuel Records, and I'm just signing talent. Dr. Dre did that for Eminem, and he created Shady Records. Shady Records went and found 50 Cent, and then 50 Cent set up G Unit. 50 Cent went and found the game. You know what I mean? So I think it's important that, yes, you don't burn out, and you build a type of platform where even if you're not available, even if you want to go on holiday or rest, you have enough people, or at least enough content, that you can go away for maybe 3 months, but the content is already sitting there. All the other personalities can carry the show and the viewership won't go down.
Amazing, amazing, man. Tell me, have you started seeing the fruits of your labor because you have been putting a lot of work? I remember I saw one of your videos where you were talking about you have received your first check.
Oh, snap.
It felt good, but have you started seeing like real rewards from the work that you have been putting on, or this is still the building stage?
I've been lazy, man. The reality is that I'm still in the building stage, but YouTube partnered with me last year, maybe July. It's very early last year. And by partnering, it means you've hit 1,000 subscribers and you must have had 4,000 watch hours within a 12-month period. Then YouTube sends you an email. You are now eligible to be part of our YouTube partnership program. And then from there, what you're supposed to do is you're meant to open another account under Google called Google AdSense, because YouTube actually is under Google as a company. Google AdSense does all the ads. YouTube doesn't actually do ads. The company that does ads is Google. So the Google AdSense does the ads for YouTube. You have to sign up with them, and then from there, they give you a pin. It took mine about 2 to 3 months to get. You get a pin, and then you can start monetizing on your YouTube channel. I got onto the YouTube partnership program maybe last year, July, if not earlier. I only opened a Google AdSense account and sorted things out this year, February, which is late, which means I was just sitting saying, there's probably no money on YouTube. So from February, I started making money. And in the first few months, I was probably making about 4,000 to 6,000 Rand from YouTube for the content I was making. 6,000 to 8,000 last month, because of Podcast and Chill, because of Rob Airsoft, because of Gaten McKenzie, because of some of the other work that I've been doing. Last month, I did 15,000, which is a lot of money. I think it puts you in the top 3% in this country of earners. That's YouTube. And that's just my channel, Penuel the Black Pen. With DJ Sbu, I unfortunately don't have the analytics of the Hustlers Corner podcast. But as of 2 months ago, Usbu is starting to give me a little bit of money now, just to say thank you for the fact that we've been working for the 6 to 8 months that I've been working on now. I've just never discussed with him if I'm at liberty to discuss the money that he gives me. It's not a lot, but once I've confirmed with him, then I'll comfortably tell people this is how much I get from Usbu. And the plan is for us to build a proper partnership so that as the virtual Mkukwe, the new channel, makes money, then we can split that money accordingly. And then I'll be able to speak about that money as well. The Penuel show just monetized. Like I said, it's been going for a month, but because it hit 1,000 subscribers quick, because we hit over 4,000 watch hours quick, we monetized after a month. You know, and I think in the last month we've done something like $300. So you can multiply that by 17. Still small, but that's going to be the money that we're going to make from there. Outside now of YouTube, my Facebook has got 156,000 followers, even though they're always blocking me on Facebook and suspending me. But I've been trying to find ways to monetize from Facebook. The easiest way for me to monetize was to market my books, my 13 books. So this year I've been making between 5,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, just selling my books from people DMing me on Facebook. Hey man, I want to buy your books, and then I'd send them via email or I'd send them the hard copies. So I monetized it that way on Facebook. A few people have booked me to come and speak at events. So that can be anything from 2,000, 4,000, 10,000 Rand, maybe 15,000 as well, depending on the event and who's funding the pay and who's sponsoring the event. And then what I've started doing from last month as well is I now ask people to pay me to mention their products and their businesses on my videos. Facebook started with that at some point before they got big funding. I think a lot of small podcasters need to be doing that. If you've got a friend that's got a business, doesn't matter how small the business is. Benson is here. You can be like, guys, please support my friend. He sells this, what. As your subscribers go, as your what, it's going to filter down to your friend, and your friend can take some of that money and pump it into your YouTube channel as well. So I'm trying to get people with a little bit of money to give me some of that money. I'm currently charging 500 Rand per video sponsor. And then hopefully over time, as I get bigger, as I meet more people, I can start working with the bigger brands. Unfortunately, at that point, I'll have to tell the smaller guys, I can't work with you. But I'm hoping at the same time, at that time, I will have found smaller podcasts to partner with. So if people want video mentions, I can say, look, I can put you on this podcast. I think this is the best podcast for you. It's got a female audience. No, this one deals with Amachita that work in this space. Let's do a partnership there. But maybe I work with big brands now, because one of the guys I'm currently working with, Unkulego, runs a platform called Itiski TV. They currently make over 300,000 Rand a month because they paid by World Sports Betting. You know, that's a big sponsor, for example. But
Jeez.
these are some of the conversations we need to keep having so that we can learn and grow and make money together, especially online, especially in a time where there aren't jobs out there in the real world.
Great, man. I see what you're doing is actually like online content creation. It's more like the compound interest principle, you know? You work once and the money keeps on, because you started by making a little that you're making. Like now on the Penuel show, you said you made only $300, but then as time goes, as much as you work, as people keep on watching you earn more. So
Yeah.
I normally ask everyone this, for someone like me who's just starting out, how do you get from 0 to 1,000 as quick as possible?
If you want the quick as possible, you have to follow what's trending, especially on Twitter. And you have to discuss what's trending on Twitter, number one. Number two, your headlines must be catchy. I don't support this, but if, for example, you say Minnie Dlamini just cheated on her husband as a tagline, people are going to watch that video, you know. A lot of things that trend and that allow you to grow quickly in this country is gossip. People love gossip. People love scandals. People love politicians. So if you speak about Julius Malema, if you speak about Jacob Zuma, people will click on those links. If you speak about the ANC and corruption, if you speak about soccer, because soccer is big in this country, Kaizer Chiefs, Pirates, if you speak about some famous celebrities, Somizi, Casper Nyovest,
maybe let me rephrase my question. How do I move from 1,000, from 0 to 1,000? Not the quickest way possible, with whatever niche that I'm on. How do I move from 0 to 1,000?
I like that you mentioned niche. This is my advice. It's not for everyone. Figure out who you are. Who are you? What do you like? What do you care about? If you're told that you're going to be stuck doing this podcast for the rest of your life, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to speak about soccer because you love soccer very much? Do you want to speak about hip hop because you watch hip hop? You've been listening to hip hop since you were a kid. Do you want to speak about finance and business? Try and be yourself. And after you've figured out who you are, then decide what type of content do you want to make and who is your audience. So is your audience some colored kids in Cape Town? Is your audience Zulu taxi drivers? What do they like hearing about? Linked to what you're saying. Let's say you like finance. But now you want to say, I love finance, I love business. But my target market is Zulu guys that drive taxis in KZN. That means your content is going to have to be in isiZulu. That means your content has to focus on finance related to the taxi industry. How much is a taxi? A new taxi, a second-hand taxi? How much to service a taxi? How much do taxi drivers make? How much do taxi owners make in different parts of the country? Why should taxi drivers get a calculator in the front? Why should people sit in the front or at the back? All of a sudden, you're speaking about stuff that is about you, but it also speaks to your audience. I think that's very, very important. Then again, the stuff I said earlier, make sure that you're consistent, make sure that you have a good quality camera, and make sure that your content is worth listening to a point where even if people are not interested, they still know you. There's people that don't like tennis, but they know Serena Williams. There's people that have never watched Formula One, but they know Lewis Hamilton or Michael Schumacher back in the day. People that know nothing about basketball know Michael Jordan. People that know nothing about golf, what's a birdie, what's an eagle? But they know Tiger Woods. So if you make good content, people will come to you, but that means you have to put in work. And last but not least, I think from a cheat perspective, try and study channels that have worked, especially channels that are similar to your personality and who you are. You don't have to speak good English. You don't have to speak English at all. You don't have to be good looking. You don't have to be thin. You don't have to be a yellow bone. You can be yourself. Just find someone that looks like you. Find someone that maybe speaks like you, who has become a big deal, and see if you can copy some of the things that they do. See if you can mention them at times so that when people speak to you or listen to you, they think of that person as well. And then you just build up from there.
Jeez, man. Due to I'm using the free Zoom app, so it says our time is up. You're a
Sure.
man of many words, man. We can chat the whole day.
Thank you,
Just want
Benson.
to thank you for making time for us. And then also, how many subscribers do you have all in all, man?
Jeez, I haven't calculated. Penuel, the Black Pen, 30,600. The Hustlers Corner slash Virtual Cuckoo, 120,000. The new
120.
Virtual Cuckoo, the new Virtual Cuckoo is currently on 2,700, but we haven't been posting content. The Penuel Show is on 11,200 now. And those are just my YouTube channels. My TikTok is on 120,000. My Facebook is on 156,000. My Twitter is on 22,500. And my Instagram, I'm not sure of Instagram. It might be on 20,000. I'm not sure. So those are my social media platforms.
You have been working hard, man. Penuel, I just want
Fine.
to say thank you. Guys, again, I won't stop saying this. Call to action. Please don't forget to subscribe and also like and comment. You have been great. I've been Ben. See you on the next one.